Hey everybody, we're getting ready to have supper here December 23rd, Friday evening here in Sevierville, Tennessee. And there's absolutely no particular reason we're sitting by a fire. Just that it's still holding steady at 7 degrees out here. So haven't topped double digits all day. But we're getting ready to go inside and have some supper at one of our favorite places, the Applewood Farmhouse restaurant here at the Apple Barn Complex. In fact, this is the first time we've been here in 2 years. We used to come here, if you go back 10, 12 years, we used to come here almost every trip or every other trip.
Yeah.
We've started trying some new places, but we're coming back here tonight. They've always got a lot of good selections, and they've got a couple new menu items that really got our attention tonight. So we're going to go into the Applewood Farmhouse restaurant. Actually, this is the Farmhouse Grill. The restaurant's out at the other end of the complex, so I misspoke there. There are 2 restaurants here. And that fire is feeling really good, but it's going to feel better inside. So we're going to go inside.
Get warmed up and eat.
So we're going to take you inside and show you around and show you our food and let you know how good it is. This has always been good before. And we're expecting that again tonight. So just stay with us. Okay. Here's the outside front of it. And you're not in any hurry, are you?
Well, if you stand on this side of the fire, it's blowing this way, so. So you can feel it.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Much better.
Yeah, you got the fire right here. They ought to put a couple tables out here. We can eat outside tonight.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on in. And I'll tell y'all what I'm going to do. Rather than sitting at the table and have to worry about a glare on the menu, they have menu posted right out here. So right here as you go in. I'm just going to give you all of it. Looks like they got breakfast.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? Got a glare right here too. I will at least get the breakfast menu out here, since I doubt they're going to give us that once we go in. I'm going to go ahead and make a confession. We've been here probably 25 or 30 times. We have never eaten breakfast here. It's always been lunch or supper. So here I'm trying to avoid a glare, and that's even worse glare. I'll just give you the rest of the menu once we get inside. All right, that's the breakfast menu. So. As you walk in, they've got, this is a painting of LeConte Lodge. We just hiked to that on June 18th of this year. They're very famous for their Applewood julep, which is really good. They bring you out a small glass of it. You can order it as your drink, but you don't get a refill, but they always bring you out a sample. Very good. And I, for one, am so glad that restaurants, for the most part, have gone to smoke-free. I still remember the days they would ask you smoking or non, and even if you were in non, you'd still smell it from the other side. That's not so much a thing anymore, thankfully. Now these wonderful looking things right here are not hush puppies. Those are apple fritters with the powdered sugar on top. They got little bits of apple baked into them. They're in the shape of hush puppies. Those are absolutely good. You dip them in that apple butter. Apple Barn has the best apple butter I've ever bought anywhere. And in fact, I may go get me a jar of it. So here is the apple julep. And I showed y'all the recipe on that. But here is the dinner menu. I don't know if the lunch menu is on the other side or not.
No, it's all dinner.
On both sides?
Yes.
A lot of it's the same, I guess, just bigger portions and bigger prices at dinner. And I guess I'm going to be picking up that music in the background, and hope not. Let's put that over. Folks, it's not that I'm against background music, but when you make these videos, if YouTube detects it, they try to hit you with a copyright strikes, or not a strike, but a hit, and it's really not fair because I can't tell the camera not to pick the music up, but to pick my voice up when I'm talking. So I'm just going to try to keep talking as much as I can. I know my voice is irritating, but at least there's no copyright on mine. So
Your voice is just fine.
yeah. But anyway, all right. So there's the menu. You want to take a bite of the apple fritters and let us know if they're still good?
I'll be happy to do that.
All right. So get you some of that apple butter there.
Thank you.
She's going to dip it in the apple butter.
Very good. Yes, they're just as delicious as always.
Awesome. I'm going to get me a couple of them too.
So how were those fritters?
They were very good. You're not.
Obviously, they were very good.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're supposed to do with powdered
If
sugar.
he had a dark colored shirt, I'd just like to see how much sugar is actually on that shirt.
Yeah, you can't do much of powdered sugar all over them, but I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I don't normally make that big of a mess,
But they're delicious.
yeah.
So he went to go wash his hands after making that huge mess, and our soups are here. So we both chose vegetable soup, and I have gotten that every single time we have came, and it is amazing. It is very good, homemade, lots of chunks of vegetables in there. Looking forward to that like the whole meal.
Okay, I want to show you around the restaurant a little bit. Really nice restaurant in here. Got a fireplace, and we're actually sitting. We can't feel it, but we're sitting right here. And I'm going to clean that mess up when I get back. But you see the inside. There's actually, this one's bigger than the Farmhouse restaurant, which is located out at the end of the complex. This one's divided up into several different rooms. Obviously, I missed a good joke. So I'm going to walk through here. I think we're in the fireside room is what it's called. Yes, that is the fireside room. Over there's the rear view room. And back here is called the pantry. Okay, so it's a very spacious restaurant. Okay, here are my sides. I got the green beans, which I've always loved the green beans here. It's those white Italian green beans. They're very flavorful, or they always have been before. I got mashed potatoes and the white sawmill gravy. I got the 4-piece fried chicken meal. Their chicken's always been really good here. Now, what is, you got something in a little cast iron skillet there.
So I got the Nashville hot chicken, and then it's on top of macaroni and cheese. So
What is that, like in a buffalo sauce or something?
Yeah, so it should be kind of hot and spicy.
I'm curious. Take you a bite of that.
Okay, then my sides I got mashed potatoes and gravy, and of course
boiled okra, or fried okra boiled. My mind's about froze too. I'm very curious about that.
it's good. It's like a fried piece of chicken that they basically rolled around in like a hot sauce.
Okay, so you like it?
I do.
Would you get that again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Interesting selection. For usually get the pot pie here or the chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings is what I usually get here. They're delicious, but this is something new, so I wanted to try it.
Okay. Okay, this is probably a first for us at a restaurant. The power's out. However, I don't know this for sure. I don't think this is the restaurant. The lady at the motel that we're staying in told me today that Sevier County had announced they were going to be doing blackouts in certain areas that would last about 20 minutes, something to conserve. I don't know. She was explaining it, but that Sevier County was going to be blacking out certain areas for power for about 20 minutes. So I'm assuming that's what this is. That it's not an issue with the restaurant, but I just thought it was interesting. It should be on the video because it's probably never going to happen again.
Yeah.
But I don't blame the restaurant for this because I think it's what she was talking about earlier.
Right.
But chicken's good. I've eaten 2 pieces of the 4 so far.
You don't expect to be having dinner by candlelight?
Okay, well, I just asked the server if this was due to the Sevier County blackout, and he said he does not think so.
It's not supposed to be businesses.
Yeah, he said it's not supposed to affect businesses, but that they did do his residents that way last night. So he knew what I was talking about, but he didn't think that would usually apply to them here. So he said sometimes when this happens, somebody's hit an electrical pole or something. But anyway, don't know what it is, but we're having our meal by light now. I'm glad there is still a little light. If we'd come at nighttime, yeah, it'd be tough. But thank you. Okay, and I'm very thankful it's not dark yet, but it's getting that way because we are now done with our meal. This is a first, folks. Look at this. Power still has not come back on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We do need.
All right. I'm debating if I want to title this review The Restaurant Name or Dining in the Dark. We're back outside now. So we're going to figure out where we're going to do our final closeout, maybe in a little warmer spot besides right here.
Well, the fire's out.
The fire's out. Yeah, that's right. The fire would be out. So, okay, we're probably going to go sit in the car for this closeout. Okay, well, that was an interesting experience, folks. I don't think we've ever been in a restaurant before where the power went out and stayed out. I don't know if we've ever been in one where it went out. But it did, as y'all saw, it got dark in there. It's starting to get darker now. Still a little bit of daylight left, but...
They're still seating people.
Yeah, it got harder and harder to see. So we don't know what caused it. After I told y'all about the blackouts, I asked the server, and he said no, that they usually don't do that to businesses, and he said his manager was surprised it happened. So they think there might have been an accident where maybe somebody hit a pole or maybe a tree fell. Could be, don't know. We were getting ready to go do a lights tour of the Christmas lights. I guess that's out. Don't know how widespread this is till we leave and find out. So we'll start with our meal tonight, and go ahead and tell what you had.
Okay, so I wanted to try, they had a new item on the menu since we've been there last. It's the Nashville hot chicken with macaroni and cheese. You get 2 sides with it and then a bowl of soup, and of course you get your fritters. They started us off with 6 fritters, so we each ate 3 apiece. My mashed potatoes, I got black gravy with them, which were good. Okra was good. It wasn't quite, it was warm. It wasn't hot, it was warm. The chicken and the macaroni and cheese, that was good. If you like hot stuff, it was just basically like a maybe a Frank's hot sauce that it was rolled in, but it's a fried piece of chicken that they just dip in hot sauce and then they lay it on the macaroni and cheese. So it's not crunchy anymore as far as the batter. They give you a ton of macaroni and cheese actually underneath that piece of chicken. I couldn't eat all of it. And then I had the bright idea before I had finished eating my meal to ask for 2 more fritters. I'm full. But everything was very good. Soup was good. It was a little different than what I remembered it. It didn't quite have that really good homemade taste, but I do think they still make it there. And I was trying to remember, did they used to give you biscuits or bread? I don't remember. If I was giving you...
I don't remember ever eating a biscuit here.
Maybe not. I couldn't remember.
The fritters. The apple
I know
fritters.
they always give you fritters, yeah. My meal was good. Our waiter was good. I hate it got dark in there, but
I'm not saying that. I don't know what you used to get the chicken and dumplings. They may have given you biscuits in that.
I was just trying to remember, but I wouldn't swear to it. I don't know for sure.
I've never had a biscuit there with anything I've got.
Okay, maybe not.
You done?
I'm done.
Okay. Well, I got a couple of things here. This is my overall experience tonight was positive, but I do have two negatives. I'm going to go ahead and say those. Number one is that we've been here a lot of times over the years. They used to offer you a vegetable soup, maybe a potato soup, or I don't know if maybe the potato soup replaced it, but they used to have a chicken noodle soup that actually had chunks of vegetables in it. That was my favorite soup of all time. I loved it. I got it every time I came here. It's gone. I think it was gone 2 years ago too when we came. So,
but he said it might actually be at the restaurant, didn't he?
He didn't know. He
didn't know, but he said.
But this is one we usually eat at the Farmhouse grill anyway. And they've always had the chicken noodle soup, and like it had chunks of carrots in it. It was really good. They don't have that anymore, so I had to settle. I don't know why you would take that off the menu and put that potato or leave that potato soup on there. So I just got the vegetable soup. I didn't care for it. I've had a lot better vegetable soup than that. I did not care for the vegetable soup at all. I wish y'all would either throw that stuff out and bring back the chicken noodle, or at least offer the chicken noodle. Second thing, I kind of gave a similar complaint about Jimmy Mac's in Bryson City, and that's this. When I go to a restaurant, we almost always look online at the menu before we go, don't we?
We do.
And when I do that, I expect to not get a surprise when I get to the restaurant as far as the price. Now, they did not do what the other restaurant did and add 10% automatically to your bill, but they have increased their prices. And now listen, before I get a lot of comments this time, I know restaurants, things cost them more. I understand that the price of food's going. I know they have to pass that on. I'm not talking about going up on your price. I'm talking about showing one price on your menu on your website and then it not being that. That's what I'm talking about. I also understand that it costs money for a restaurant to print new menus. Okay, but here's the thing. Business costs money. There's inherent cost in running a business that you have to account for. And if you got to reprint your menu, or if you do, I don't care if you stick a piece of tape over the old price and write on it. I want to know what the price is. We looked at the menu before we came tonight. And this wasn't a big deal. It's only $1 increase. Both of our meals when we got here are $1 higher than what the Apple Barn's own website shows they are. I understand that. If I looked up the menu on a third-party website like allmenus.com, I understand you might get an old menu that's not updated. I understand. But when you go to the restaurant, their own website or their own Facebook page, they need to have a current copy of their menu. Am I wrong on that?
You're right. And I was just, you were saying about, it costs to update menus, a reprint.
Costs to run a business.
They are reprinted here. They got brand new ones that have the
That's
price
true.
increase. So they
That
just
is
need
true.
to update the website.
Yeah, they've got menu items that are on this new menu that were not here last time we came.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth when I look on their own website and read their own menu, and then the price is not the same when you get here. Now you say you're griping about $1. No, it's not. It's a principle. It's not that the $2 is going to hurt me one way. It's not. It's just we look at these menus before we go, and sometimes we determine whether we're going to go to a place, whether or not we think it's reasonable or not. We just don't like surprises. Okay, so what y'all need to do is fix your website and don't charge people the extra price increase until your website reflects it. That's all I'm saying. Last time I said that about Jimmy Mac's, had a lot of people agreed with me, some didn't. Look, if you don't understand the principle of looking up something online and getting an accurate idea of what the price is going to be, if you don't understand that, I don't know how to explain it to you. So I want to look at their website, see what the price is, and then I want the price to be that when I get there. That's as simple as I can make it. Now, on to the food. Did not care for the vegetable soup. The apple fritters, as always, are just outstanding. Mm-hmm. The apple julep, good as always. Loved it. I got the fried chicken tonight. Now, my lovely wife sitting over here, she kind of pulled one on me. We were debating on what we were going to get. We were looking at the menu in the motel room. They had a really neat new item on there that I thought sounded outstanding. It was a blackened chicken pasta with garlic bread. I mean, it's almost like an Italian dish here at Apple Barn. I thought, you know what?
And it looked really good.
I felt like fried chicken, but I thought that sounded good. Then I thought, you know what? We're going to go to a cafeteria. We have to go to Knoxville tomorrow before we go home. And we're going to go to a cafeteria over there. I thought I'll just get chicken there and get that pasta dish tonight. Well, started looking up the cafeteria's website and they permanently closed. So I thought, well, I'm going to get my fried chicken tonight. She had already said she was going to get that pasta, blackened chicken pasta. I thought, well, that's good. I'll still get to try it. I'll try a few bites of her. We sit down there. She goes, I'm going to get something else.
Well, and the reason being, when we were waiting to be seated,
you got a right to do that.
They had pictures. They had pictures of their desserts, which they have cheesecakes, banana pudding, all this stuff I didn't know that they had because it's not on the menu.
You're hitting my shoulder, shaking.
I'm sorry. And they had a picture of the new item, the Nashville hot chicken, and I saw that. I thought, ooh, that looks good. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, and I had ordered my fried chicken, and you got a right to get what you want.
Back.
Yeah, but I thought, well, that's good. I can get my fried chicken tonight that I ain't gonna get tomorrow, and I can still try some of that pasta. And then she changes her mind at the last minute, but that's fine. I'm glad you enjoyed your meal.
My meal was a lot of food.
Yeah. And see, I got the sides, mashed potatoes with the white gravy. The mashed potatoes here, well, sorry about dropping the thing. The mashed potatoes here are outstanding. The white gravy was good. I always get those same two sides no matter what else I order here because the green beans are out of this world too. There's Italian green beans. They cook them inside meat. I love the green beans here. They don't put onions in them. See, and that's another thing. I don't eat onions. A lot of restaurants put onions in their green beans to season them, so I don't get them. Here, they actually season green beans the way green beans were meant to be seasoned with side meat, okay? And to me, that's the only way to eat them. So they were very good. The fried chicken was outstanding. I got the 4 pieces of chicken. All of it was good. Their chicken here is really good. It always has been. Never had a bad piece of chicken here. So the breading is very flavorful that they use. And it was a good meal. And we got to dine, not necessarily by candlelight, but about the same type of lighting. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's our experience here. Overall, good experience. I would rate it an 8 out of 10 just because of the soup and because of the menu. As far as the food itself, if I did a separate review on that, I would say 9 out of 10 because I had the soup and didn't care for that, but everything else
It was good.
was good. So we were going to take you around and do a tour of the apple barn itself, the store, but
Everything's dark.
we're going to drive down there, but it don't look like that tour's going to
As
happen.
you can tell, it's getting dark outside because I'm sitting here watching her face. I'm like, it's even getting darker on there.
So if that helps. Yeah, here we go. I don't think that tour is going to happen this trip, so we may have to save that for a later date. Because, like I say, we don't know. It don't look like anything. That motel there doesn't have power.
Well, I heard somebody say something about they saw policemen out directing traffic. So,
Yeah.
and it's a Friday night. Everybody's coming into town, so I guess we're probably going to have a little bit of a wait.
Yeah.
Traffic.
So, anyway, I hope we get to see our Christmas lights tour, but I don't know how far down this goes. I really don't. So we're getting ready to find out. So anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe.
And find us on Facebook.
And have a blessed evening. Bye. And folks, there is the all dark Applewood Farmhouse grill. And we're going to ride down through the complex here. I'm just going to tag this little file onto the end of the closeout. So just let you see there's a Christmas store. We were going to actually take you in all of those this evening and show them to you. Well, I won't say all of them. There's the winery. We weren't going to go in that one. But they got a creamery here. That's ice cream place. They got a candy, apple, and chocolate factory. They got all kinds of candy in there. That's the last thing we need right now. And here is the famous apple barn and cider mill. And as you can see, we're in total blackout right now.
I wonder if it's closed anyway, because there's like no cars.
Well, you got, unless they just sent people home because of this. I don't know what happened. They may have been closing anyway. Now the restaurant out there, that was actually open 2 years ago, Christmas Day. The one we just ate at was not, but this one was, and it's beautifully decorated. It's nice. It's an older looking building. It's a little smaller, but it was all lit up when we were out here Christmas Day. But anyway, I might just keep this going for a few minutes and just see how far down this goes while we ride. I'm curious myself.
Look at that line of traffic.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I may not run the video the whole time because we're going to have to get in that line of traffic, but it doesn't look like anything within sight here has power.
Yeah, because if you look across the street, those motels don't.
Yeah. And again, our lady in the lobby where we're staying back in Gatlinburg told me that there may be about a 20-minute long blackout. This is probably going on, what, 45 minutes now? Maybe an hour? I don't know. They didn't really start timing it, but I would say 45 minutes at least, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, probably at least that. Yeah, this light's not working.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. But what I was going to say, I don't know if this has to do with what Sevier County is doing or if there indeed just was an accident.
Well, I can't imagine them doing it to power lines. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do that to traffic.
You mean the lights?
Yeah, what
Stop lights, power lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we're coming up on Hatfield and McCoy's and Crystal Burger over there, and still no power. And that was an excellent time to put the windshield wipers on.
I saw that on the screen. I was like, oh, I got stuff all over my screen. It's actually clouds.
Yeah, that was. You want me to drive?
No.
You did just drink the apple julep and
That's
water,
all
right?
I had,
Okay.
yes.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, I mean, there's like salt and
You thought
dirt.
you thought those clouds were salt and dirt in the windshield?
when I'm just looking, it just looks dirty. That's what you get for driving and trying to look at a camera screen.
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
phone
Just
screen.
you drive. I'll look at the
Yeah.
camera screen. This is why I normally drive, folks.
Wouldn't it be bad if you were watching a show and that happened over there at Hatfield?
Yeah, it'll be bad for them because I'd be getting my refund. So, but we were able to finish our meal and see what we were doing at least. So.
Yeah, we were about done, so that was good.
And folks, riding by the Hatfield and McCoy's, look what we have. We have power again. The lights literally just came back
Yeah, it's
on.
like you could just see everything just lighting up again.
I mean, within 2 seconds after I hit the stop button. So maybe we are going to get to go to Incredible Christmas Place and
see the lights.
see the lights.